as today is the day that our coffee machine decided to give up on us. So what's after happening is water will come out of the steam wand and the actual hot water spout, but nothing comes out of here. When I pull a shot, the pressure doesn't go up, nothing happens, no water comes out. I'm not quite sure what the issue is yet, but I'm going to take it apart and see if I can figure out what it is. But because the water is coming through here, and the water is actually hot, I don't think it's a problem with the boiler. So it must be something with the solenoids or the valves or something to do with getting the water to the actual group head. So in order to take this apart, I need to take out screws, and there's some hidden screws. There's one underneath here, and there's also a screw up inside underneath this magnetic tamper. Then you can go around the back under the water tank, and there's lots of screws there, and this top should just pop right off. Okay, so we have a few screws on the top here. There's also one more hidden screw underneath this little piece here. In order to remove this completely, there's also 2 screws underneath. This screw here, and also this screw here. And also remove the hopper once you're trying to take this off. Okay, so I think I know what's wrong with the coffee machine. The water's coming into the pump, going into the boiler. The boiler's bringing the water up into the thermal block. It's coming out into this solenoid. Depending on the solenoid, it either puts the hot water into this pipe here, which goes to the steam and the hot water. So this is working, so that means the water is actually going in here, coming out into this. But when this valve is switched, the water should be coming into this pipe here. This one determines whether it's going into the dump. But what's happening is the water is going in here up to the steam wand, and it's coming out the purge. So if I pull a shot of coffee, it comes out the purge place. So okay, so this is the solenoid I was looking at that I feel like is broken, and sure enough, look at that massive crack down the back. So it's probably not a cleaning job. I probably need to replace this solenoid, which could be quite expensive. Okay, so I've ordered a replacement solenoid there. Costs about $20 with shipping. So yeah. So this is the old broken solenoid, and this is the new one. So how a solenoid works is there is a coil of wire inside. So you have a big coil of wire. Now when you put current, you create a magnetic field in this coil of wire. This magnetic field causes a plunger. So this is your actual valve. So you have the plunger here, and it can move it up and down. So in this case here, we have a valve. So let's just say this is where water is flowing through here, and you have a valve stem. Inside here, you might have a spring pushing down. Let's just say that's your valve, so it's completely closed. There's a spring pushing this down. Now if you put a coil around this valve and you send a current through it, this is going to push the valve stem up, so you will get something like this. So it's a very simple way of how a solenoid works. So once you put current through here, an electromagnetic field forms because of the coil of wire, and it forces the plunger inside the valve to up or down. And that's just the simple working principle behind the solenoid. There's an open line between these 2 pins, and there's 2.2 kilo ohms between these two. So mark this as 1, and this is 1 here, so obviously this is this side. Okay, so with those 2 washer things on, let's just put it back together. So that's the whole solenoid assembly fixed now. So we just need to connect back up these pipes here, here, and here, and we should be good to go. So this solenoid assembly needs to go back in behind this. We have this assembly back in place with these two screws here now. So what we need to do is we need to reconnect this pipe here to the purge. Also connect these cables back to here, and we need our blue cables to connect back to the solenoids, and this orange cable as well. The rest of these smaller pipes put in. We put in our little clips and should be good to go. Now I'm just go around and put these pins back in. Crap. The last one I need to get in is for the pressure gauge. This one here goes to the pressure gauge, and it's all the way down inside there. This one's quite difficult to get. I'm going to try to get this one with some needle nose pliers, and there we go. That was an absolute pain. Took me over 5 minutes for that one. Okay, so now that we have the solenoid replaced, the water pipes back in, and we have the little clips to hold them in place. So let me just plug in these wires, and then we'll run a cycle and see if we get water coming out of the group head. It's the red one, and this side is the blue. I originally put it the other way around, but I'm glad I took pictures before I took it apart, so it doesn't, things like that don't happen. And we have orange here, and just bring the cable under. We've got blue on this side, and that should be the wiring done. Okay, so I have this plugged in. The water is not connected, so I just want to see if I turn this on now, nothing explodes. Okay, it's purging. That just means the grinder's disconnected. So nothing exploded, no magic smoke. So I think we're good to put the water on and try pull a shot and see if we actually get something coming out of the group head. Yeah, I'm just going to pull a shot. We have water. So I think we're good. So next step now is just put in the rest of the screws, and we should be good to go. So here she is now. Let's make sure she works. Let's try to pull a shot. Ooh. Looks like she's working again. And let's just double check the hot water and the steam on both work. So we have water coming out, and we also have steam. Well, not right now. It will steam like the water is coming through. So yeah, all it was is that faulty solenoid. Yeah, I'm not great at the last I heard.